Hi everybody, this is Nadia here from Method 3 Fitness, and I am joined by Michelle,
Hi everybody.
Our registered dietitian.
Yes.
And today Michelle's joining us to talk about nutrition, post-workout nutrition for optimal recovery.
Right, exactly. So that's actually a really common question dietitians get is, what do I eat after a workout? And so the answer depends on the individual. It depends what the activity is that they're doing. So if you're working out a few times a week, or if you're an endurance athlete,
right?
It depends if you are looking to lose weight and lose body fat, or if you're trying to gain.
Okay.
So it varies, but the goal is basically the same. So you want to have a quick recovery. You want to replenish and restore your glycogen or your energy stores. And you want to have your body ready for the next workout.
Okay.
So that's usually the common goal no matter what type of activity you're doing.
Okay. Well, what happens if you don't properly fuel yourself?
So if you're not fueling yourself, so a couple of things can happen. Actually, your muscles can be sore, which you know. So you can have a longer time having muscle soreness. You may not get the gains that you're looking for in your workout because you're not properly fueled. And also a general feeling of fatigue when your body's not ready for that workout because you haven't been fueling after your workouts. So the last thing you want to do is go into a workout and just go through the motions, right? You want
Yeah, that's so true.
Want to feel good.
Yeah. I used to teach a dance fitness class called UJAM Fitness.
Okay.
And I remember it was just when I kind of eliminated some foods from my diet because of allergies. So I always felt like after I taught, I completely was exhausted.
Oh, okay.
So I actually had to take a nap afterward, and I didn't even think about the fact that I had to feed myself properly after.
Right. And we're just talking after, but it's a continual cycle, right? So you don't want to be exhausted and tired. So properly fueling after a workout will eliminate that.
Okay. Well, what does that look like?
Well, so let's talk about timing of
Okay.
a meal. So as soon as you finish your exercise, you want to start rehydrating right away, or at least within 30 minutes after your workout. And you want to start eating or having your next meal 60 to 90 minutes after a workout. So let's have an example. Say we do Spark at 4:30. We're done at 5:15 p.m. We have our water, we go home, shower, we start making our dinner, and say we eat 6:15, 6:45. So that meal can actually be your recovery meal.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
see how the timing's working? So you're not adding extra food to your diet. Actually, you can time it when your meals will work for you.
Okay, so I don't need to have a protein shake ready with me and drink it right away.
Well, you have a window of 60 to 90 minutes
Okay.
to have that. And again, it depends. Are you working out a few times a week, or are you working out twice a day? So that will depend too.
Okay.
So, yes.
Well, what do I put in the meal?
What do you eat? Okay, good question. So, again, everyone's different when they work out after, whether they have an appetite, if their tummy has issues. Some people can't eat right away. So if you can time it within 60 to 90 minutes, and what you want to do is have a combination of the 3 macronutrients. You want to have a lean protein, a healthy carbohydrate, and a healthy fat. So let's just break that down. So
Okay.
A lean protein would be eggs, Greek yogurt, grilled chicken, tofu, milk, low-fat cheese, could be tuna fish. What else?
Well, I've heard that beans, I've heard some people say that they use beans
yes.
as a good protein. Is that okay?
Actually, beans is a good combination of a carbohydrate and a protein.
Oh, okay.
And that would work as well because you're getting both. So healthy carbohydrates would be fruit, such as a banana, berries, could be leafy green vegetables, or whole wheat grains, whole wheat pasta, potatoes. And then your healthy fats. So that's a lot of your nuts, your almonds, pistachios, walnuts, peanut butter, nut butters, could be avocado, things like that. So it's a combination of those three
Okay.
that really helps your body refuel, promote muscle repair, and get the process going.
Here's something I'm really curious about, actually, because I've heard that the kinds of foods you eat makes a huge difference. So does it make a huge difference if I have, let's say, broccoli versus rice on my plate, like in terms of recovery?
Right, so that's a good question. Well, so you're comparing kind of a squishy carb, which is rice, which doesn't have as much nutritional value as broccoli, which has potassium, it has other vitamins and minerals that would really help with your recovery. So I would try to stick to vegetables or whole wheat carbohydrates as a recovery.
Okay.
As recovery.
All right.
So a couple, maybe we should put some meals together, just some ideas.
Oh, that'd be
Would
great.
be, I've seen a lot of the little tuna fish cans, and add a little mayonnaise and have whole wheat pita crackers. If it's morning time, maybe have an omelet. You can have eggs with some vegetables and sliced avocado. What else? There's
Here's what I love to do. I love to do like wraps with.
Yum.
I'm gluten free, so I usually do
Okay.
corn tortilla with
Okay.
the deli meat and sometimes a little bit of cheese and lettuce. You know.
Absolutely,
So-
and that's a great combination of a protein, carb, and fat, and that's ideal.
It strikes me that what you're saying right now is very similar to what we teach in Thrive in 35, which is our flagship nutrition, fitness, and mindset program. Yeah, so you're nodding your head, yeah.
Absolutely. It's having a combination, especially after working out, because last thing you want to do is say just have carbohydrates and your sugar levels go up, and you want to have a combination, and you want to have your muscles start repairing themselves. So having all three, because fat is important as well, is really your best bet.
Well, what happens when
working
you
out.
don't? Like when you don't have all three? Let's say I just grab a
Yes.
slice of deli meat or something
Right,
like that.
right. Well, okay, so something is better than nothing, right?
Right.
But again, having that combination is optimal. If you're trying to not have the muscle soreness and have the energy and everything else, it's the best combination.
Okay.
Is trying to have all three.
So I've heard that
So-
when you work out a lot, you need a lot of protein. Is that true?
So that's a good question. I get that a lot.
Protein makes protein.
Right. If I eat protein, I get big muscles.
Hmm.
Not necessarily, though, unfortunately. And again, it depends if you're working out a few times a week or if you're a professional weightlifter.
Okay.
We get enough protein in our diets normally. And so if you're eating healthy meals and snacks, again with protein, carbs, and fat, you're most likely meeting your protein needs. And actually, if you're having too much protein, carbohydrates, or fat, you'll store it in your body as fat. So it's something to think about, that you want to not overdo it.
Okay.
You want to not overdo it.
Does it make sense to, like, let's say, for example, my boyfriend's a soccer coach,
Okay.
and he sometimes only eats like one meal, and then he'll go the whole day like coaching, and then not eat until dinner.
Oh, okay.
So, what?
And he's actively.
Yeah, he's active
Yes.
throughout the whole practice.
Yes. Well, he and I should talk.
So
I should
that's
talk.
not the right way to go.
That is not the right way to go. No, not when you're working out and doing something for an extended period of time.
Okay.
That's actually different because you need to be hydrating yourself and refueling yourself every hour.
Okay.
And so that's a little bit different than working out for an hour, right?
Right,
So
yes.
he needs to learn how to pack up some snacks and some drinks and bring them to the soccer field.
That's that meal prep, right?
Yes, meal prep. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Exactly.
I would love it if you could give me a few more examples of just quick snacks, maybe a couple quick snacks, and then maybe some like larger meals. That would be some
Right.
good go-tos.
Okay. So again, doing this, just to kind of recap why we want to have nutrition after a workout, is to eliminate muscle soreness or reduce it, and to have more energy throughout your day and for your workouts, and have your body be in the best shape it can be nutritionally when you go to your next workout. Because you do this whether it's a couple times a week or every day. So getting your body in that shape will help you with the physical part. So anyway, regarding the meals, another thing I just thought I'd touch on, whether you work out a couple times or not, usually you can meet your nutritional goals through your meals and snacks that you're having. So there's no need to add extra food. Does that make sense? So you can time it enough where 60 to 90 minutes you'll be getting the meal that you'd be having anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
So that you don't need to have extra food.
Okay.
Unless you're really working out for a longer period of time.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, to answer your question, to think about meals, again, it's, grilled chicken and quinoa, or fish and vegetables, and it's just having a combination of the protein, carbs, and fat is the best bet.
Awesome.
And will help you.
What about water? What about hydration? Like, how does that fit in?
So hydration is super important. And again, it depends on the duration, but you want to start drinking water immediately when you finish an activity, if not during, and at least within the first 30 minutes. Water is definitely the most important thing to go to.
Okay.
Even before the food, you want to start hydrating yourself.
All right.
So,
I mean, do you have to have a sports drink? Because I heard that like it's like the Powerade, it has the electrolytes in it,
Right. Yeah, that's a good question too. Electrolytes we lose. Electrolytes is basically potassium and sodium, and so that's lost through sweat. And so you can replenish with a sports drink. I look to see what the sugar content is, because a lot of sports drinks are tricky, and you want to try to not have a lot of sugar in them. Again, I guess you have to ask yourself, is that part of what you want for your meal? Do you need that, or do you want to get your electrolytes through your food?
Oh, okay. So,
for example, potassium, that's one of the electrolytes. I think a lot of people think of bananas.
That's literally the first thing I thought of.
Right? As to replenish your potassium stores. And you do that because when you lose electrolytes, you can cramp, your muscles can cramp, and that's where you get exercise exhaustion. You just get really, really burned out when your electrolytes are low. So potassium is actually in a lot of foods. So you'd be surprised you're actually getting it and you probably don't realize it.
Oh.
It's in baked potatoes. Potassium's in tomato paste.
Oh,
it's in dried fruits such as raisins, apricots. It's in leafy green vegetables. So I'm pretty sure you're probably getting something like that.
Oh, okay.
So you're getting some potassium.
Awesome.
And sodium, again, unless you're exercising in really warm weather and you're sweating, or you're sweating for hours, you don't really need to add salt to your diet, because you're probably getting enough through your meals and snacks.
Okay.
So I wouldn't worry about salt tablets or adding extra salt.
Not for those of us who are not like professional athletes or something like that, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, in terms of really like recovering, like in order to detox, I heard that there were some spices that are really good for you. So can you tell me about that?
So there's two spices that I was talking about earlier, and it's turmeric and ginger. And both of them have some pain relieving qualities about them. So let's talk about turmeric first. So the active compound is actually called curcumin in turmeric.
Okay.
And I have turmeric. So it comes in powder.
Okay.
And is a root, and it's this very vibrant orange.
Wow, I don't think I've ever actually seen a turmeric root.
Yeah. So it's found in all the grocery stores, Middle Eastern stores. So don't touch the. So this is the thing
don't touch
about
the top.
turmeric. It's this really pretty color. It makes your food look really pretty, but it makes your hands that color. It makes your clothes that color.
I gotcha.
Anything it touches, so don't touch it. But it's very common in curry dishes, stir fries, a lot of different soups. You can sprinkle this on scrambled eggs, which is really good. And turmeric, the flavor gets stronger as you go, so don't ruin your dish. Just be patient. If you put some in there, try it in a little while. Don't keep adding it because it'll just take over your dish for turmeric.
Okay. You know what? I usually use the pre-mixed like curry powders.
Okay.
So that usually has
So
turmeric inside. Is
it
that okay?
does have turmeric, but it doesn't have as much as you would if you just use this.
Oh, okay.
And this is a little bit bitter
Okay.
compared to the root. So you should taste it. But it is in curry powder, but you can also add it to curry dishes
Oh, okay, got it.
as well as using the curry spice.
You know something I heard about turmeric? That
What?
it's like not bioavailable unless you have it with like pepper or something like that. Is that true?
So turmeric actually is better absorbed when you have it with fat.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
So you want to have it with something like your soups or your stir fries, things like that.
Or like you
wanna
mentioned,
have
the
it-
egg because it
Absolutely.
it has
You
the
want to
fat
have
in
it with
Okay.
something that has fat in it, and then it's absorbed. Now, turmeric goes with pepper a lot. It's just a common combination. So it's funny that you said that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
In the same family is ginger root, and it comes in a powder as well. And ginger is known for relieving motion sickness, upset stomach, nausea, but it also has some anti-inflammatory properties.
Okay.
So, a side note, I have a dog that gets sick in the car, and whenever we go far, I always have a box of ginger snaps.
Oh.
And I've done this for 10 years, and my kids, now they're grown up, but they've always loved and they always want their dog to go with us even around the corner because they get a box of ginger snaps.
That's awesome.
But it helps. But it really helps. So ginger is also found in stir fries. It's in a lot of
Okay.
marinades. Ginger actually goes well with lemonade, iced tea, and you can get it
Nice.
crystallized. So try ginger. It's
Okay.
a good one. I have a smoothie recipe that we can put on the
smoothies.
blog. It's a combination of turmeric and ginger, and it has some fat in it as well, so it's absorbed well. But it's really good. So hopefully you'll try it.
Awesome. Yeah, and it should be, so if you're watching this video on the Method 3 Fitness blog, then just scroll down after the video is over and you should be able to download the PDF file.
Great.
All right, awesome. So is there anything else you want to share about eating for recovery?
Well, I think just to summarize, it's important to do whether you work out once a week or work out every day because it will help you in the long run, and it's just eating healthier overall. So again, it's having protein, carbs, and fat together to have an ideal recovery.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you.
I'm definitely going to take advantage of that smoothie recipe because
Okay.
I love smoothies
Awesome.
and I love ginger and turmeric. So
Great.
I appreciate it. So thanks for coming today.
Thank
and
you.
thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.